Honourable member.
What's not sustainable is that there's 500,000 people, roughly 500,000 people, as of December, who need to be removed from the country. How many have been removed?
The Honourable Minister.
Again, Mr. Chair, I say to you, those numbers are taken way out of context.
The Honourable member.
I would ask her to say that to somebody who can't find housing in Toronto right now. There are 500,000 people, at least, in Canada who have no legal reason to be here. How many have been removed since this report came out in December?
The Honourable Minister.
So, Mr. Chair, we recognize there are challenges in our housing and infrastructure. That is why we have tabled the levels plan that works on sustainable immigration. We are reducing our permanent residency number.
Let's talk about challenges. Our ERs are overflowing. People can't find homes or jobs. And the levels report has immigration going up. How many people have been removed of the 500,000 that are on deportation orders that were announced in December?
The Honourable Minister.
Mr. Chair, to be clear, when people's visa expire, they are expected to leave the country. That is a question for CBSA and the Minister of Public.
Honourable member.
Not leaving the country. That's the problem. They're not leaving. And she won't tell us how many have been removed. What's the plan to get them to leave?
The Minister.
So, Mr. Chair, again, to you, through you, to the member. We have rules in this country, and we expect people to follow those rules.
That's right.
Member.
Being followed. Does she not understand that if we do not remove people who do not have a legal right to be here, that the system is meaningless? Will she admit that the system, they broke it, and it's out of control?
The Honourable Minister.
Mr. Chair, CBSA is in charge of removals. I would suggest that she should be asking the Public Safety Minister the questions on that. Again, I say to you, we have rules.
The Honourable member for Saskatoon West.
The government's entire immigration plan is based on temporary residents leaving Canada voluntarily. How many non-permanent residents does the government expect to leave Canada in the next 3 years?
Minister.
So, Mr. Chair, people coming to Canada temporarily to work, to study.
What is the number that are leaving or supposed to leave in your plan in the next 3 years?
The Chair, the Honourable Minister.
Those people whose visas have expired are expected to be leaving.
The member.
Have voluntarily left.
Again, those numbers would be for public safety. People whose visas are expired, if they have not renewed, and there are many people that renew their...
The Honourable member.
How can you set immigration targets, Minister, if you don't know how many people have left the country?
The Chair, the Honourable Minister.
So, Chair, CBSA and Public Safety are in charge of those exit numbers.
Member.
Last year's annual immigration plan forecast nearly 1.3 million non-permanent residents would leave Canada. How many have left so far this year?
Honourable Minister.
Chair, I say to you again, people leaving the country, the exits are managed by CBS.
Member.
The Honourable Member. How many people in Canada are being removed from the country right now? Do you have a number? The Honourable Minister. Thank you. I can say that that's a question for the Minister of Public Health, the Honourable Member. Another minister. In December, 400,000 people were waiting. That was December of last year. That's the equivalent of the city of Laval in Quebec. And you lost track of 30,000 of those referrals. How many are actually going to leave the country? The Honourable Minister. Once again, when it comes to people who leave, is a question for the Minister of Public Safety. But we work closely with our counterparts. Order.